Hello fellow survivors and welcome back to Misery Mode. We're here in part 4, back in Thompson's Crossing, where we were right at the beginning. And we made a little trek in to get the backpack in the gold mine and gone via the summit, and we have a bunch of stuff really. And it's time to go foraging. But before we do, I thought we might have a little rest here in the community hall in Thompson's Crossing to recover a bit more health, repair some clothing, and just kind of set up for the journey. So I think we're probably going to spend about 1 day here and then head out, or at least half a day or something like that, because there are some things we need to repair and there's some other stuff that needs doing as well. So we're probably going to do a bit of inventory management, it breaks down some stuff, and then just go from there pretty much. Now we have already looted everything in here as far as I know, so there's nothing more to really loot. So we're just going to sort ourselves out in terms of inventory. These are curing while we're at it. Now, let's have a look here. So I'm also carrying a bunch of stuff, so let's just drop something so I'm not too heavy while I'm going about doing things. We can drop the water, we can drop everything that's heavy really, and we might need to make water, so we can leave that. Let's drop anything we have that's heavy that I don't need to carry around. We can also drop all of these. I just don't want to walk around being heavy all the time. Okay, that's fine. Now let's see. How are we doing with water, for example? We don't really have much water, so I think we should make a fire and just start making some water really. We could maybe read this book as well if you want to kill some time. We don't have that much in terms of wood though, so we can always break down some stuff. For example, oh sorry, I think I dropped a hammer, didn't I? So let's pick the hammer back up so I can break things down. Let's start with not this, we can't actually break down that table. How about this one? Yeah, we can. Let's break down a little bit, get some wood so we can make more water. What else can we break down? How about one of these tables here? This one, for example. That's good. Go from there. Okay, then we can make a fire and just make some more water really. We can drop the heavy hammer now, I think. And we can drop some torches as well, just to make things a little bit lighter. Okay, gonna make a fire, make some water, cook some teas, and just kind of get everything organized for the trip. Then we'll head to Mystery Lake, and I was a bit conflicted. We could maybe go to Coastal Highway and forge at the Riken in Desolation Point. That is an option. But the problem with that is that, well, cabin fever is one thing, and there's not many cattails is another, but the main reason I want to go to Mystery Lake is because I want to set up a base, and I want to drop a bunch of the heavy stuff I'm carrying somewhere.
That didn't work.
I want to, a lot of stuff I'm carrying around, I want to leave it somewhere else, and then walk around much lighter. And if I go to Desolation Point, I'm just going to be too heavy all the time.
Come on, little fire.
Wait a minute. Who's the interior decorator of this place? Look at the tiles, like green or teal or whatever this is, and white. But then you got these ones that don't align to the tiles. Or are they meant to be every other? It's kind of weird. I guess they kind of do align. It's split in two instead. Huh? Hey, they don't match. How odd. Oh well. Not really important in the larger scheme of things. I usually never really was bothered or cared about that sort of stuff, but ever since I became a family man, I noticed these things a bit more. Okay. Oh, I didn't actually check these three. These are very easy to miss. I do sometimes forget them. Nothing in there though. I think we can just harvest this torch. We don't really need it. And while all this water is boiling, We can prepare some teas, do some repairs and other things. So it's going to take 21. Okay. What can I repair? 98. This one's low conditions, but I'm going to repair it. I mean, get something better eventually. All of these really could be fixed. Jersey's alright. Gloves could be better. Harvest these driving gloves as well. How long to repair? 30 minutes. Just do it. I think we'll spend a whole day in here probably. Alright, nice. This is all good. Common pants are okay. A lot of stuff is okay. Okay, do another one. Takes an hour. Let's do... Maybe we should repair... I don't have enough cloth. Okay. Grab some curtains then. Not actually that many curtains left to grab. We'll get more in Mr. Lake. Let's grab all of this, or most of this. Then we have for repairs. Okay, how long for the water? 7 minutes and 5, okay. We can prepare a birch bark for that. Good. No, keep making water. This is probably enough water after this, maybe. Let's do some repairs here. So let's see. The Parker is going to give a lot of warmth. The warmth doesn't matter too much, but it does help a little bit, especially when the conditions are alright. Okay, we need to get more wood actually. Not gonna last too long. Need to break down some more wood. Okay, repair that. Nice. Now it gives more warmth. Do one more here. Let's break down something for more wood. Takes an hour to break down. Okay, what about the hammer? Heavy now, that's okay. 45 minutes. Yeah, let's do it. Okay. Now we need to start cooking things. Tarming and stew. What? Wait a minute. Yeah, these are losing condition, which is a shame. I might get food poisoning from eating these, but it is what it is. It's okay. Forgot I was carrying it around. We should actually go outside, really. Let's see here. Let's cook something. Okay, I guess we'll cook porridge. And here we'll cook... Bannock is fine. What else can we... Pancakes. Let's make pancakes. I'm gonna drop the food I have that is cooked out here so the conditions don't deteriorate that fast. Yeah, so let's drop these, the stew and the pies, because they deteriorate pretty fast. Alright, good enough. Go back inside. Let's have a look here. 2 minutes, 3 minutes, pancakes. Let's make some birch and reishi, and let's prepare these acorns. Using the acorn pancakes, for example. Let's see, can I do that? There we are. Large portion. Large portion. And let's eat the porridge. Let's eat the pancakes too. And I'm going to eat this low condition sardine, which isn't a good idea, but we're going to do it anyway. Don't have much flour left now, or oats. I might as well use it though. Okay, 5 minutes. We can also do a birch preparation while we do that. Yeah, both of those are done. Now we can actually create acorn flour. Let's do birch bark here, and then here we can do pancakes again maybe. Actually we're not gonna make the pancakes. We're gonna make a small water, and then we're going to prepare the acorn flour, acorn grounds, that's it. Takes 15 minutes? Wow, longer than I thought. There you go. Okay, birch bark is cooked. Let's make a porridge. And here that's boiled. Let's make acorn pancakes. It gives a lot more calories. And I'm not sure how much more we can make because I think our flour is more or less drained. No. There we go. Well, actually we have a little bit. Gonna make one more porridge, I think. Let's do it. Get rid of these ingredients. Oh, whoops. Oh, that's okay. We can always call it there. That's okay. Yeah, we can do the rest here. Let's eat our porridge. And we can eat our pancakes a little bit later. We don't have to right now. Okay, I'm going to now sort some stuff out. So, how long is left of the day? A little bit. Let's read the fishing one, I guess. Yeah, we'll read the fishing one, I think. Read 2 hours of this. Maybe get 3 hours in. To make fishing easier later when we need to get vitamin C. I don't think we can reach 4 hours, but we can try. No, too dark. Okay. Okay. There's the bed. It's over here somewhere. Oops. Did I left my lantern, didn't I? Yeah, I did. Whoops. Okay, well, where is the there it is, bed. Okay, before we do that though, have a drink. And let's just prepare a bunch of stuff so we can prepare birch. We can also prepare reishi mushrooms. Not gonna prepare the rose hips because we might use those in pies. We'll leave that, I think. And I guess that's it. Yeah, I think so. We can make a second layer insulation if you want. Could do that, but I think we're not going to do that because I think the improved bedroll is 10 ptarmigans, isn't it? Let's see here. It is 10, yeah. So we're gonna do that instead. Okay. Let's see. Can we do anything else before we sleep? I'm not sure if there is anything really. I think we got all of it. Harvest for bandages. I think we got everything really. Let's check. Acorn grounds. Yeah, of course there's that. We make the acorn grounds. And I think that is it. Yeah. Repair some acorns. Wait for that. Alright. Tinder. Yeah, okay, let's make a tinder. Alright, then we're going to sleep. But first we need to eat. Eat our pancakes. Got a lot of calories here. Let's drink our water and then we can sleep and then we can go. Let's get out of here. We'll put 10, but it'll probably be 9. Alright. Woke up rested. Weird noises outside. Let's just check what's going on. Okay, it's just very windy is all. Minus 54. Seems like a normal day in Pleasant Valley. These are losing condition. We could maybe wait a little bit before we go.
That guy who drank his own pee doesn't...
No, he doesn't. Okay, so we should maybe repair one thing. Let's just kill a little bit of time. We get 1 degree, no, half a degree. Let's get half a degree. We get 0.7. Yeah, so we're trying to repair the ski jacket. Alright. We could also actually see if we can finish this, but I think the wind just died. Let's just check quickly. I think the wind just died. It did, yeah. So now is a very good time to go. So we're going to do that now. We're going to be very heavy, but that's okay. It's just the nature of it right now. Take all this stuff.
Wonder if I can drop any of this gear.
Alright, so we're quite heavy now, but it's acceptably heavy, so to speak. I'm gonna drop this book, we don't need that. And we need to eat something. Could drink some broth, by all means. Maple I think I want to use. Don't really want to use cat. We might drink one of the broths, I mean, why not? Yeah, let's take one of the broths. Eat that. Gives a lot of calories. There we go. And we'll eat one of the pies also. Don't I have one of those pies that carry capacity? Oh no, I didn't make it. Okay. Okay, well this is going to be a bit heavy then. And that's fine. Let's just go. A full health for the time being. It's sunny out. I have coal. We'll be fine. Let's make our way to Mystery Lake. And then we're going to start dumping stuff there. Oh, the weather changed. It's no longer sunny. And temperature is minus 35. A bit colder than I would have liked, but it's okay. We're not going very far. So I don't really care if I take too much condition damage here. Let's get to Mystery Lake, and I want to set up my base at Camp Office. I usually choose Trappers as my main base, primarily because you got so many animals around Trappers. You got deer, rabbits, wolves, bear, and potentially a moose, and access to a coal mine as well. But I'm going to choose Camp Office for 2 reasons. One is that it's easier access to fishing than Trappers. And the other thing is it's easier access to a cave you can sleep in for cabin fever. So because of those 2 factors, I prefer the Camp Office. I'm going to head straight there. I'm not going to worry too much about getting cold right now, because the journey to the cave to Mystery Lake is not that long. Oh, great, it's going to transition into heavy fog, isn't it? Anything that smells? No, okay, good. It's a cave up there, but we're not going to go there. We have... Yeah, we got stuff. Keep going. I'm going to drain calories and fatigue very quickly by sprinting when this heavy. It's just to get there a little bit faster with the cold damage. But I don't think I'll sprint all the way. It's too energy consuming. Let's have the flare ready. Just in case a wolf shows up. You never know. I think the next affliction is going to happen in a few days. Not just yet though. And it's really a question of which one we get. All the afflictions remaining are all going to be really bad. Sour stomach's going to be tricky, but the one that I am most worried about is the one that reduces sleep and health regeneration. Once you get that affliction, it basically turns into a lighter version of Nagoa. Because then you can still heal, I forgot what that affliction's called. I think it's called... Is it called Haunted Mind? I think that's what it's called, Haunted Mind. And you can only sleep 7 hours. Now, that doesn't really matter because if you play Nogoa, the meter drain is set so high that if you sleep more than 7 hours, you actually lose health. You can't sleep more than 7 hours in Nogoa, or you become dehydrated and you start taking damage. So that doesn't really matter. And also, once permanent health loss, when health regeneration is permanently turned off on day 46 when you get broken body, it doesn't matter how long you sleep, because the sleep modifiers go out the window. If you didn't know already, but the longer you sleep, the more you heal. If you sleep like 1 hour, you heal like 1% while you sleep. If you heal 2 hours, it's still 1%, but if you sleep 3 hours, then the third hour you heal 2%, so you heal 4% in 3 hours. And next time it's like, 6% in 4 hours, and then it's 9% in 5, and so on. And it adds up. It's just these multipliers. So on Interloper and this setting, the most you can sleep or recover health in one night is 32% with 10 hours sleep. If you sleep more than 10 hours, you become dehydrated. And in fact, it's not quite 10 hours, it's like 9.5. So when we get the affliction that reduces health regeneration, we probably want to sleep 9 hours rather than 10. It's because of that. Although maybe that's the same affliction, so you can only sleep 7 hours, yeah. So you can only sleep 7 hours anyway, so it doesn't make a difference. But that one is a bit scary because the health regeneration with that one, I think it's called Haunted Mind. You recover health really, really, really slow. I have my own custom difficulty that I made a while back called Intercoper, which is a little bit easier than Nogoa, but harder than Interloper. So on my difficulty, you can find a video on my channel if you like. On that difficulty, which is custom run, basically the loot is not as much loot as Interloper, but not as little loot as Nogoa. And I think I turned down prey animals, and I turned down, I can't remember what else I turned down, and I changed it so that you can only heal a little bit, like very slow passive healing. So it's not quite the same as Nogoa. It's more similar to a difficulty called Dead World. There's a custom challenge you can do called Dead World, which is a custom setting where all animals are dead. So there's no renewable food other than birch tea, and actually birch I think is turned off in Dead World, so it's only really what washes ashore. So it's a kind of like a doomed run. Dead World is just kind of like survive as long as you can on the resources you have, and health regeneration isn't off, but it's very, very, very low. And Intercoper that I made is the same. Here though, once you get Haunted Mind, you can only sleep 7 hours, and you heal very slowly. I think you only heal while awake, if I remember correctly, but very, very little. And it can take you days. So like for example now, when I get to this cave, or in fact when I get to a bed next, I will have lost some health. But I could just sleep 10 hours and I'll heal all the way back up. Drink a tea, drink some birch bark, heal all the way back up. But once you get that affliction, it's gonna take much longer to heal that because it's so brutal. If you're wondering how I know where to go, by the way, like even in dense fog, Pleasant Valley is pretty easy to navigate because of the roads. So you can see these little dents in the snow on my left and on my right. So this is a road. And even if I don't know exactly where I am, although I'm pretty sure the bridge is straight up ahead now. Kind of hear the waterfall in the distance. Yeah, so there should be a bridge right up ahead here. But even if I didn't know that, then you can navigate through this road. You can do it in a blizzard too. There's the bridge. And once you find the bridge, you are very close. And from here, you pretty much just keep going until you see this broken tree on your left, and then you just go past, then you turn left, go past this tree, and you get to the Mystery Lake cave. So Pleasant Valley is pretty easy to navigate in any kind of bad weather if you are using the roads. If you're out in the open and on the northern side with the open terrain and all that stuff, then it can get very easy to get lost in Mystery Lake. Sorry, Pleasant Valley. Very easy to get lost. But if you use the roads, it's not that hard, because the roads is pretty much one big loop around the map. And you just need to know where to go off the roads. In this particular case, we just crossed the bridge. Back there was the Pensive Pond, where there can be a moose spawn. But there won't be on this run, because it's in the birch forest. There's a fishing hut there and some other stuff. And if you continue on this road, you eventually get to Signal Hill. So we want to go to Mystery Lake, and you look for this tree here. This tree is fallen over. It creates like an archway, and you go through this archway into this little dip, and this takes you to the Mystery Lake cave. And that's how you do it. In a blizzard, you can do the same thing. Of course, you got to be on the road. So if you are, for example, at the Pleasant Valley Farm, and you want to get here, you can do that in a blizzard or thick fog, just following the roads. But of course, you're going kind of around, so the route is much longer. It's much longer to go around. However, if you, like if you came from Thompson's Crossing or Signal Hill or the barn, pretty easy. Looks like the fog is lifting, because now I can see pretty far. Yeah, it's lifting. Not going to sprint much more. I'll leave those roll zips. I'm already so heavy. So we're going to pick up cattails and coal now. So we're going to be heavy for a little while. Once we get to camp office, we can start dumping stuff and setting up a main base. And then we can be light. And once we forged, the priority is to hunt the moose because of the satchel. That's the most important thing to get. And everything else is secondary. And a problem with the first affliction, we have diminished form, is this. See, I have so little sprint. Only half my sprint's available. If I go for double bear coat, which is what I usually go for, because of the warmth, I probably won't be able to sprint at all. That's going to be a problem.
I'm not sure I can carry much more.
Alright, so now we're in the cave. Heading to Mystery Lake. And this cave isn't too long. There's some coal in here we'll probably grab. It's going to make us even heavier, but that's okay. It is what it is. And yeah, we'll go from there. Oh, sorry. Had to sneeze. Alright. We're warming up, but slowly because of our affliction. So it's going to take a bit longer to warm up. We might even want to wait before we go out. Here on my right now, there should be 2 or 3 pieces of coal. There we go. 3. And down this atrium, there's usually a corpse. Not always, but usually. No, but there's wood. And in this cave down there, it's usually a deer carcass. Do I want the deer carcass? I might want the deer carcass, actually. But I think I will leave it, because I'm so heavy and I don't have a bedroll, and I don't really want to get too heavy here. So I'm going to leave everything but the coal. And actually I'm going to eat one of these pies that I've been carrying around. Where are they? Huh? Oh no, I forgot them. Forgot the pies, damn it. Okay, well they could have, maybe they would have given me food poisoning anyway. Oh well. Oh well. I was gonna eat them so I wouldn't be as fatigued, so I would walk a bit faster. Oh well. I forgot to pick them up. Whoopsies. In that case, I'm not gonna do any detours at all. Except for one. I'm just gonna head to the...
I need to find food.
head to the dam. We'll loot the dam, at least some of the dam, and we'll sleep in the trailers outside the dam where there's a bed. Unless I find a bedroll, then I'll sleep before that. Coal, here we go, 1. That's the way out right there. There can be a deer carcass down there too with more coal. We're going to leave all that stuff because we are so heavy. It's a shame I forgot those pies. Oh well. It is what it is. We maybe eat them later, depending on the condition when we come back there. Probably won't ever eat them though. Alright. So here, in Winding River, there's a couple things we want to do. Oh, it's quite cold, but I think we'll just wing that. So there's a cave here, and that cave can have some basic supplies. It can also have a bedroll. At least it used to in the old Interloper version before they changed all the loot. I'm not sure if it's still there, but it's one of those places I always check. And then there's some maple also, which we also want to
wonder if I can drop
grab. Oh wow, that was a quick loading screen if I've ever seen one. So yeah. Let's grab the plants while we're at it. There's more plants on Misery than Nogoa. On Nogoa, a lot of the plants have been turned down, and there's a lot less of them. But here they are in full, just like an Interloper. It makes it a bit more manageable in terms of teas and stuff. So Misery mode is easier than Nogoa in the beginning, but then in the late game it gets harder.
If I don't warm up soon.
You're not gonna die, Astrid. Don't worry about it. You're gonna be cold though. Sorry about that. You might actually drink a coffee. Question is, should I heat up the coffee? I don't think so, because it takes so long to heat up. I'd rather recover this health and make a fire later. But maybe I should drink a coffee though, because I'm so slow. Yeah, let's do it. Let's drink a coffee. Come on. I can walk a little bit faster. And this is the only part of the game that I find very slow. Now the game is very slow anyway. It's a walking simulator in many regards. And I don't mind that. I like that. I like the tranquility of it. I like the slow pace. I like you can do it however pace you want. But there's always that one phase in the like early game heading towards mid game where you have to set up a main base, but you haven't quite done it yet, and you're carrying a bunch of stuff. And you can of course dump stuff in regional bases. I do that all the time when I start new Interloper runs. So if this was a regular Interloper run, I probably would have gone to the farmhouse and I would have dropped a bunch of stuff at the farmhouse in Pleasant Valley and then just leave it there for later, and that would be my regional base. However, since it's in Misery and it works a little bit different in the late game in terms of health and regeneration and all that stuff, I don't want to do it that way. I want to just bring as much as I can to what's going to be my main base. And as a result, I'm taking as much as I can with me. But the problem is that you're always heavy. This happens on regular difficulties as well, Interloper and whatever. That step before setting up the main base, you're carrying so much stuff and you need to get it to your main base, and things go very, very slow. So you need to drag all of it there, and then you can dump it and organize it, and then you can do inventory management and go out and be much lighter. And that's the phase we're in right now. This pretty much only happens in this particular phase when you are heading towards your main base with all the loot. Although it can also happen when you have had a huge, when you're in a new region and you're looting around an area. Maybe you killed something and then you have to drag it back. So in my Road to 500 Days video series, you can see me multiple times say, looting a region and killing something like a bear or moose, and then I stack all of that in the sled. And even with all that stuff in the sled, I'm still heavy. So it can happen then too. Alright, nothing in here except for this container. Okay, we need to eat, so I'm actually gonna eat one of these broths, I think. There we go. In a way, it's kind of weird that the broth gives you hydration because there's salt in there. Oh. Okay, we're losing health, but once we get to the dam, we're not going to lose any more health, so we'll be fine. What's our hypothermia? It's pretty high, but I think we can get to the dam before hypothermia hits in. Even if it doesn't, if we get hypothermia, it's not a big deal, because we can just warm up in the dam, and then we can go to the trailers, and we can just stay in the trailers for like a day, and warm up, heal, and read. It really doesn't matter that much. But you generally speaking want to avoid hypothermia though, as much as possible, because for one thing, hypothermia, you take double damage from the cold. I think you take about 40% damage per hour, so if you somehow were at full health with hypothermia, which isn't likely, but if you were, you would be dead in 2.5 hours. So that's not good. I'm wondering if I should maybe light the fire head or just to not take that much damage, especially if there's a carcass there, but I don't think there is one. I guess the carcass is on the other side here. Take this maple, load of
This pack is getting too
maple.
heavy to carry.
There's a campfire here, maybe we should just make a fire to heat up some teas. Take a little bit less damage. Yeah, we could do that. Let's just do it. We really don't have long left, but this will probably... If we light a little fire here, we take maybe 10% less damage. We also reduce hypothermia risk. We can heat up some teas. Is that matches? Oh wow. That's
This stuff will come in handy.
That's interesting. Okay, let's make a fire here. Just to lighten the load a little bit. We're not going to stay here very long. We're just going to create a fire. Warm up some teas. Cook some birch tea. Just to get all our cooking done. Have warm teas. And just, yeah. All that stuff, really. Come on. And reduce some damage, take it.
On, little fire.
Little fire. Oh, come on.
Are you serious?
That was really close to success, and I still failed. I was like right by succeeding. Usually when you get 75% through the progress,
On, little fire.
you never fail. I guess this time we did. Oh my god.
Come on!
I couldn't agree more, Astrid. But that's how it is. When you have 60% chance, you're bound to fail almost half the time. And sometimes you get that chance again and again.
Come on, little fire.
You know, if you have 95% chance of starting a fire, every now and then you're going to fail it 10 times in a row. The odds of that happening is very low, but it does happen. Minus 19. Let's put on fur because it weighs so much. Alright, so we're going to start by heating up birch tea here that I'm going to drink. Then we're going to put this stuff down here. That's my water. It's okay. So we're going to make some... can I, like, filter it by something better? Yeah. Make birch and reishi. And let's put down all our teas and stuff to heat up, because I want to put the mushroom ones in my thermos. So I want to warm up 8 of those reishi ones. Alright, let's activate all of these. Right. And drink 1 birch tea once it's heated up. Make some more ricey ones. And birch ones. Oh, wind is picking up. That's not great. We can just drink the birch bark tea now. But we'll cook as long as we can here. This might blow out, actually. It might just blow out. Yeah, oh, we'll see. If that happens, it happens. So far, we're okay. Oh, there we are. It blew out. We can actually make some more teas. But barely. Alright, so we're going to take the Raishis. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Put them in our thermos. We can put 7, sorry. We can put 1 more in there, which we're cooking right now. And we'll go from there. I don't think we really need the thermos though, if I'm honest. Just because of we're not going that far. But still. It's I need to have. Let's drink another birch bark tea. Get some warmth. Alright, there we are. Take all this stuff. Right. Let's go. There is a wolf in my way here. I think it'll be okay. I can't use my torch. I mean, I can, but... should be 2. Yeah, 2 wolves. This wolf will probably see me. Yep, he's seen me already. I'm gonna have my flare ready just in case, because there's no way I can light a torch here. I mean, I can, but I have to be on this side here. I'm pretty sure I can walk the dog here. Yeah.
I need to find some place to escape this cold.
Let's drink some more hot tea. Birch tea will help with the regeneration, will help with warmth. So it should be good. We have a load of birch tea we can make also, so we are good. Gonna walk this doggo all the way to the dam. Go from there. Birch tea doesn't warm up that much, unfortunately. But that's okay. I'm mostly drinking it to gain a little bit of warmth, enough to keep me going, and then just get the health regeneration going, really, so that when I sleep, I probably will be close to full health. Now we're approaching the dam, and the dam has a lot of loot. We're not going to loot the entire dam now, because we don't really need to. We're only going to really loot the areas we're going through. So we're going through the lower entrance. We'll loot that and a few places along the way, but we're not going to loot the entire upper level because it just takes too long. Like, we're just so heavy already. The dam is one of those areas that is actually, when you played the Long Dark as long as I have, it's one of the most, well, I hate to use the word boring, but it's one of the least interesting places in the game because it's so big. It's really big. So it takes a really long time to loot. And there isn't even that much good loot in there. Like, you can on Interloper, you can find hammer and hacksaw. You can find matches. If you're lucky, you can find coffee. And some other things. There's none of this bad loot in there, but they're all chance loots. And there's just so many containers to open. So many containers to open. I think that wasn't hot. No. So it just takes a long time to
So cold, I'm warming up a bit.
to go through it. Why did that take? I don't know. So it just takes forever to loot the dam is the issue. Don't think we'll drink any more teas.
Loved your content from the first video
Oh.
I found, and fell in love with the game again, and got better at it with your guidance.
Oh. Thanks. I was like, what the heck is happening? And what the heck? I think someone bought some merchandise, and when you buy merchandise you can add a message and it comes up, but I thought I had disabled all that stuff. I sometimes have issues with that. I don't know exactly how it works, but before I record I turn all of those like streaming alerts off, but sometimes they activate anyway. So I'm sorry. That was someone who bought my merch. While we're on the topic though, I guess I can mention, I'm not going to get into it, but in case you're interested, I do have a new merchandise store that sells a lot of Long Dark inspired content, which is really SAC content from the channel. I can't sell Long Dark content merchandise because that will be copyrighted, but we can sell stuff that's winter survival in general and inspired by the channel. So I have some merch with you know, t-shirts, enamel mugs and that sort of thing. And oh, matches. Oh, dog food too. If you do want to check out the merch store, it's very easy to find. It's just hellofellowsurvivors.com. That's it. hellofellowsurvivors.com. And get that t-shirt. Anyway, let's not go off on any more of a tangent there. We're gonna loot what we can in this dam towards the exit, and then that's it. We're not gonna loot the rest of it. There are just so many drawers and cabinets and all sorts of things in this area. Now, if you spawn in Mystery Lake or you're going through her anyway, there is a lot to find here, like a lot of misc loot, and you likely will come out of the dam pretty well. It's just, it takes so long to loot, is the only thing. There's so much to find in here. A couple things that are guaranteed though, or close to guaranteed, like there should be tools here under these the locker. I think you can see it actually. Yeah, there it is, right there. They're always there. And these cabinets, I think I mentioned it before, but these cabinets, you can find coffee in here. It's like a chance spawn, you can find coffee. We still don't have a pry bar, which is a bit annoying. Usually there's a pry bar in the barn. I'm surprised I didn't find one in the barn.
I'm not going to be able to carry this load.
I did forget in the barn, in Pleasant Valley, to look under the truck. There can be a pry bar there. But yeah, the dam is great, like loot-wise, in the sense there's a lot of containers to open. So you can find a lot of misc stuff, you know, food, little items, and you can find hammers and hacksaws here. I find all sorts of things here, because it takes a while to loot. On lower difficulties though, you're just swimming in loot here. Yeah. Well, we're gonna come back and loot the rest later, maybe. For now we're just gonna go through it and loot the main areas. Also, we're just gonna get very heavy. And we're not gonna continue to our main base. We're gonna sleep in the trailers outside of the dam, because it's just too far to go. Alright, let's check around here if there's anything. Cloth, but we're not going to grab the cloth though. Okay. In these toolboxes, you can on lower difficulties find hammers and hacksaws and hatchets and knives. Those things on lower difficulties, you want to always loot those things. On Interloper though, and again, whenever I say Interloper, I always mean Interloper and Misery, because loot-wise and stuff, they're the same. Almost. Misery is like a bit worse than Interloper. But anyway, you will never find that in Interloper. You can find, I think, tools in those boxes, those red boxes. That's in simple tools and stuff. You can find that. And you can find, I think you can find cooking pots. And you can find storm lanterns in there. I've done that once. But that's about it, like scrap metal and that sort of thing. But you're not going to find hammer and hacksaw in there. An interloper, a mystery, all of the major tools like hammers and hacksaws, they're all laying about in the world somewhere. They're not in containers waiting to be found. I don't think there's any exceptions. There are guaranteed items that you can find that are like in certain containers or corpses. But in terms of tools and that, I don't think there's anything like that. Pry bars you can also find in them, actually. Yeah. Look how long it's taking us to warm up. How was the temperature in here, actually? 11, yeah, okay. Keep going. Here we have the staircase. Remember, on lower difficulties, if you come through here, but from the other direction, and you come out of this door up here, remember to always turn around. Let's say you have this corpse, and then on our left now is a door, and there isn't anything here, but when you come out of this door, you'll spawn like, you know, here or something. And often on lower difficulties, especially if you turn around, there's actually arrows in the door, and sometimes a lantern too. I'm suggesting someone like shot arrows at the door. Great, right? Alright, we're getting very heavy and very slow. This is what I'm talking about, the long walk. This is the slowest part of the journey, really. The hauling of the loot before you have the sled. Even if I had the sled, it wouldn't make much difference in here. This is very, very slow. This is one of those bases where you look forward to getting to the base so you can dump your stuff and this and that. You could always read the book, but doing it in here is pointless. It is worth going up and checking the loot up here. There's some misc stuff. You can find flares and some other things, but we don't really need that now. I mean, the only thing I really need or really want is a can opener. That would be great, because then I can get rid of a bunch of heavy food and stuff. That would be great, but I don't... That's the only thing I really want. And it's not even that essential, because we're going to make the knife soon. And the knife and hatchet will work as a can opener. Now there is a wolf out here we have to be wary of. It is kind of stalker wolves, as in there's more wolves in Misery than there is an interloper. That's one thing that people find difficult with stalker and interloper. So interloper is, the jump from stalker to interloper is very high. Interloper is vastly harder than stalker. While stalker itself is just a harder version of Voyager. If you know how to play Voyager, you can probably play Stalker as well. It's just a little bit more punishing, weather's a bit worse. You know, you can get parasites and some other things, but it's just a slightly harder version of Voyager. But different in Stalker and Interloper is pretty big, just because you can't find any tools, you can't find any weapons, so it's a very big difference. But one thing that is harder on Stalker than Interloper is that there's more wolves on Stalker than Interloper. That's one of those things. We're not going to loot the rest of this dam. We'll do the rest later. We don't need it. There's a safe over there also, but we're not going to take any of that stuff. It's too much stuff. We might later come back and grab all that stuff, but not right now. We'll just loot this. But that's the one thing. Of course, the wolves on-stalker do less damage and they're not as deadly as the wolves on interloper, but there's more of them. So they're bigger nuisance. They're a smaller threat but bigger nuisance, if that makes sense. On Misery, however, they have dialed up the wolves, and there's more wolves than interloper. I don't know if it's exactly as many as stalker, but I think so. But in any case, I'm treating it as if it is stalker wolves, basically, because there's quite a lot of it. Is that a deer carcass or corpse? I think it's a corpse. Okay, we might as well check this corpse then. And then we can... continue. Usually there's a deer carcass here. Oh, it's just some rock formations. Is it a deer carcass then? No, it is a corpse. Okay. Front of this snowed down house. Alright, we're gonna just rest in these trailers over here. Let's just have this ready in case a wolf shows up.
Too cold to think.
Let's go. So let's be a little bit careful right here. There's two places you can sleep here. You should really close the gate, but I don't really bother. Okay, we're not going to check any of this stuff. We're just going to go inside. So there is a bed on this one here too, the right trailer. But it's like a floor bed. These trailers are better. So there's actually how much you heal when you sleep is actually influenced also by the bed you use. So in this trailer here, there's a floor bed, which is just a blanket on the floor pretty much. And that bed is not as good as the actual mattress beds in here. So using the mattress beds, and this is a general rule, like pretty much every trailer, everywhere you can find mattresses like these, they give a 5% bonus to health regeneration at night. So you can heal more, which is better than sleeping on the floor. So some basically give no health bonus, some give +5, and one bed, which is in Trappers, the Trappers bed, is the magic bed. And that one heals +10%, which is crazy. So cured. Okay. Oh, this is cured. Need more guts, really. But we're not going to stay in Trappers because of the locations. So let's loot in here quick. And we could maybe read 1 hour of this book before it gets dark. We might have to drink a coffee for that, that was the only thing. Mittens. Alright. We're going to stay in here for the night. Let's see. What can I do before it gets dark? Well, how much can I... One of those, 2 of those. How much to read? I think I want to actually read this. But I have to use a coffee to do it. I'm not sure if that's worth it, if I'm honest. I don't think it is. Let's just make the mushrooms instead.
Oh, I'm starving.
We can make 1 rosehip as well. Alright, we're about to be exhausted. Let's eat some food. Gosh, there's so many peaches and stuff. I can't wait to open all this stuff. There's so much of it. It's crazy. The soups. I could maybe open the soups or the dog food. I don't know though. I might just eat the broth. Let's eat the broth, I think. Yeah, we'll do the broth. You can use the broth for cooking too, but this gives so many calories. I might eat. I don't really want food poisoning right now, so let's eat one of the dog foods. Doesn't really matter if I lose some calories. Okay. It's probably good enough for the moment. I can sleep. Sleep 10 hours. 0% was lost. Okay. Oh yeah, of course. Wait. Am I cooking level 3? Yeah, of course, I'm cooking level 3. Oh, never mind. I totally forgot about that. I totally forgot I was cooking level 3. In that case, you can just eat this. Because smashing open the cans now doesn't lose any calories. I totally forgot about that. Oh, there we go. Smashing it open, you still don't get the recycled can. But who cares? I don't really care about that. But you don't lose any calories anymore. Once you leave cooking level 3, you get this no calorie loss when smashing open cans, which is great. So I can just eat these now, and that's without losing any calories. So that's fantastic. I just completely forgot about it. Oh well. Let's also drink a herbal tea to heal a little bit more. Then I'm going to sleep for 10 hours. Alright. Let's... I'm going to start... you can heat up, of course, these soups. So I'm reluctant to smash those open, but I could. We'll see. Have some water. I sleep 2 more hours. Alright, and it's very early morning, so I think I want to read this book, so that's done. And then we have that sorted. We can drop it, so it's one less thing to carry around. There we go. I'm ice fishing level 2, which is great. We can sleep 1 more hour just to get a little bit warmer again in the day. And then we can go. Alright. I'm gonna save the cattails for later, really. Let's smash open one of these. Yeah. The peaches also I should really eat because they weigh so much, but you can use them in cooking is the thing. Let's maybe eat one of them because they weigh an absolute ton. Let's eat this one. I don't need to save all of them for cooking. It's a bit excessive, you know. Let's do one more. A little bit lighter carrying, and we get more or less a full stomach. It sounds like it's windy out there, though. Alright, let's see. Is it a blizzard?
I'm not sure I can
No,
carry much more.
there's heavy wind. Alright. There's usually a wolf around here, so let's be careful. It's very cold. Let's we don't need to grab every single mushroom, but let's grab these ones that are on our way. We're gonna go via Alan's cave to see if we can find a bedroll. We most likely will find a bedroll here in Mystery Lake. There's different places it can be. It can be... I don't remember all of the locations, but if you just loot around Pleasant Valley, sorry, Mystery Lake, you'll find it. We'll grab the cattails later. We don't have to grab them right now. I don't see moose markings, so this is not the moose spawn, which means the moose spawn is either in unnamed pond, or it's in look at we're full health, or it's in by trappers, or it's not here at all. How heavy am I? Not extremely heavy, so I think I'm gonna run a bit just to maintain my health. I'm not gonna loot this guy either. I just want to get to the base, drop stuff so I can stop taking so much health loss and fatigue and all that stuff. Let's see. We need to kill the moose.
It's so cold. I just want to lay down for a bit.
What was I talking about before? I forgot. Oh. Anyway, yeah, bedroll. So bedroll, I think you can... I used to know... Not all of them, but a lot of the guaranteed spawns for bedrolls. But of course they changed it when they added the DLC. So back in December 2022, they refreshed the entire loot system, which primarily affected Interloper, because an Interloper you have certain guaranteed spawns, and then you have a bunch of items that are in set locations. So you don't know where they are, but they can only be in X amount of locations. And there's a few places that I remember had these spawns, and I just don't remember if they're active still or not. I don't know. In any case, this is one of them. So in this Hunter's Blind here, you can find a bedroll, or at least you used to. And if not, you can also find a bedroll in Camp Office. You can find it in Trappers. And you can also find it in... There's a cave near the bunker in Mystery Lake, which is above the old bear cave, like above the actual Mystery Lake. The bedroll can spawn there too. There should be a bedroll somewhere in Pleasant Valley. Sorry, Mystery Lake. I keep saying Pleasant Valley. Mystery Lake. So, Mystery Lake is an interesting map on Interloper. Let's see. Bedroll? No bedroll. Because Mystery Lake is actually the only, or one of the only areas in the game that doesn't have a guaranteed match spawn. So you can't spawn on Mystery Lake on Interloper anyway, so it doesn't really matter as such. But you can spawn in nearby regions. You can spawn in Pleasant Valley, you can spawn in Ashbury Valley, you can spawn in... the most relevant one is Fallen Muskeg. If you spawn in Fallen Muskeg, you are likely to head into Mystery Lake right away. And the thing is that there's no guaranteed matches here. On low difficulties, you'll spawn with matches and you're likely to find some by chance. But here on Interloper, you don't find any matches. You can only find chance matches on Interloper on Mystery Lake. So that's a bit of a risk then. So Mystery Lake is unusual on Interloper that has no guaranteed matches. Oh, we might get a deer kill here, which I think actually I wanna take that opportunity. Get him, Wolfie, get him! Because that's a lot of meat. That's a lot of food. And it's sunny. I think I wanna take this deer from the wolf, to be honest. But yeah, so Mystery Lake doesn't have any guaranteed matches, but it does have a guaranteed mag lens in the region. It's just that many places it can spawn. It also has a guaranteed bedroll, and I'm not sure it was guaranteed, but I'm pretty sure it's guaranteed. You can find a hacksaw and hammer here as well. Because again, it varies where it is. There's so many locations, but effectively, you come around Interloper and you loot everywhere, like you loot everything in the region. You should find a mag lens, a bedroll, a hammer, and hacksaw. So it's very good for that. It just varies a little bit where everything is. The hammer, I think, is usually in Trappers or in the what should we call it? It's the wolf. Damn. Should be around here. I can hear the wolf. And they are. Okay, let's scare off this wolf and harvest this there. We get quite a lot of meat from doing this. We can also warm up. Let's get rid of this wolf. Hey. Hey, Wolfie. Okay, let's make a fire here. Using a mag lens. So Mystery Lake is good for all the necessary loot you need on Interloper. If you can be bothered to loot everywhere.
Come on,
but it's poor for as a starting region because there's no matches that are guaranteed. You can find a mag lens, but maybe it's not a clear day, you know. I can't always be bothered if I let's just make water while we harvest this deer. I can't always be bothered to look around. Oh, that's a lot. How long for this? 50 an hour. Okay. 4 kilos then. I can't always be bothered to go and search the entire Mystery Lake when I come around Interloper. So instead I just go to Ashbury Valley instead. In Ashbury Valley there's a guaranteed hammer at the at the mysterious signal fire. So it's worth doing it for that. 40 minutes. Alright, let's grab the rest of the meat. Grab the hide too. And then I still want hides. I can have the option of crafting whatever I want, but I don't know if I realistically would actually use it. 15 minutes. It's going for another day. That's too long. There was another doe out there on the ice, and the wolf is going for it. Alright, nice. Eat the meat. There you go. "41 minutes. This should take 40 minutes as well to get the hide. When you see a wolf kill a deer in the early game, I almost always go for it. Because this is before you have the means to kill a deer yourself. And you get so much meat out of it. And also hide, of course. But mostly it's the meat that's it helps a lot, you know. Use our hands. We can cook the next one and use our hands again, and then we can keep going. And the day is almost over. Okay. Minutes. Okay. Prepare a roll sip. We don't need that many roll sips. Okay. Let's make another water. Actually, no. Let's do half a liter. 16 minutes. I think we'll just harvest this anyway. The last gut. Oh, I think I'll take some hydration damage now, but it's okay. Marginally not okay. Eat the venison. Drink the water. And then we got everything. We harvested the dough. And from that we got... Well, for one thing we warmed up, so we don't take as much damage. But we got a hide out of it. We got 2 guts. And we got almost 6 kilos of food. Which is great. So now we don't have to worry about food for a while. And I don't have to use my cat tails and all that stuff. Here comes Wolfie, because now I stink. But I'll get rid of Wolfie. Oh, he killed the other deer as well? Wow. Okay. Just because a wolf is stalking a deer doesn't mean it will succeed in killing it. Because the deer will always just outrun the wolf. But in this particular case it did. But there's no point checking it, because if the wolf has abandoned this deer and is coming for me now, then presumably it's finished eating the deer. So yeah, I don't think there's any point checking it. This wolf is gonna be annoying for a while unless it runs away from me, like proper away from me. Okay, now maybe it'll be okay. Can I run? No. Too heavy. Almost there. I will grab cattails on the way, but other than that, we are done looting. There are ptarmigans outside camp office, is the only thing, so there is an argument for grabbing one of those, but we don't really need it. I'm hoping, fingers crossed, there is a bedroll in camp office. That would be great. But if it isn't, then oh well. If it isn't, we could check one of the bedroll spawns on the way to follow Muskeg, but yeah. We don't have to have a bedroll though. We don't have to have one. Because going foraging, there's a bed in the farm in Fallen Muskeg. So we don't have to have one. It's more that after you forged, it helps a lot to have the bedroll, because then you can have a lot more options. And the bearskin bedroll is the best because it gives so much warmth, but it may not be worth crafting that. In the past, I always crafted the bearskin bedroll. Because the bearskin bedroll, if you sleep in it, assuming it's full condition, gives you 12 degrees warmth Celsius. 12 degrees is a lot of warmth. That's enough that even with mediocre gear, you can probably just sleep in any cave outdoors and you won't be cold. Well, the regular bedroll, I think, is 4 degrees, or maybe it's 5. I don't remember exactly. It's not nearly as good as the bear bedroll. However, with the DLC and with the ptarmigans, and you have to have the DLC for this, you can upgrade your bedroll to a down bedroll using ptarmigan feathers. And if you do that, the bedroll gives you 8 degrees warmth. So it's still 4 degrees less than the bear bedroll, but it weighs hardly anything more. The bearskin bedroll weighs 3 kilos, so it's a heavy bedroll to drag around. It's a heavy thing. While the regular bedroll weighs 1 kilos, so there's 2 kilos difference, but also 8 degrees warmth. However, the improvised down bedroll that you can make, it has 8 degrees warmth and it weighs 1.1 kilos. So basically, if you upgrade your bedroll, you get double the warmth, but you don't weigh any more. It doesn't weigh much. So that's interesting, isn't it? And because of that, you have to ask yourself a question, like, do you really want to drag a bearskin bedroll around that weighs 2 kilos more just for 4 degrees extra warmth? I don't know. It's a lot. Especially on Misery. On Interloper, maybe it's worth it, maybe. But on Misery, oof. On Misery, you already have the debuff that you can't carry. You carry 5 kilos less because of diminished form affliction. And then having to use 2 of those kilos on a bedroll. I don't know. So there are these choices that you have to make. There isn't a wrong answer to this. You just gotta do whatever you want to do. Okay, I thought it was a wolf, but it's just a torch burning. We're gonna go inside, but I was gonna check the roll sips first. Don't think we're gonna do any cooking in here. I don't think I grab any ptarmigans, if there are ptarmigans out here. Not today, it seems. They're just over there. Wolf. There he is. Knew there was a wolf. And so that's not the sound of a torch. That's not the sound of a torch. It sounded a bit different. Alright, we made it to camp office. This is going to be our main base. This is where we're going to store all our stuff. And this is where we're going to hang out the most. Alright, so yeah. Let's start by dropping everything as one thing. So there, hide can go here. Wolf hide can go here. Rabbit hide can go here. Guts can go up here. Cured or not cured. Oops. Next to it up here can be maple. We're not far away from being able to make the sled actually, which would be fantastic. We do need more guts though, is the only problem. Oh, torched that out, but that's okay. Alright. That's a big relief. We got that going. Let's quickly loot the area and then we'll set up a base a bit later. Hook there. We got usually antibiotics in here. Painkillers. We already have the mag lens, but still. Second skillet. Don't need. Cooking oil. Back to cabinets. Looking good health-wise. Second, third pot rather. We got flour, got peach, got coffee. Hurrah! Spray paint, we don't need that, but we'll pick up. Potato on the floor. Anything else on the floor? They'd like to hide things on the floor. I don't see anything. No. Alright, let's go upstairs. There should be a can on the ledge here, right there. Bedroll will be good. There's our corpse, trash can, mic. Got a book. Oh, I think I see a bedroll. Yeah, bedroll. Yeah, we got it. We got the bedroll. Check over here. Maglans, no maglans. Gloves. Like on the bed, so for the maglans can also be over here. See anything? Can be on the pillow also, can't it? Yeah. Alright, we got a bunch of stuff. We are going to start stacking our stuff. Mostly up here. Alright, so let's drop all of our food that we're not going to eat right now. So we have dog food. We have peaches. Have tomato soup. And we're going to drop all of this and put it here. I like seeing what I got. I like putting them on places like this rather than in container. Plus, in a container they can go off and disappear. Not all foods disappear though. Peaches. Peaches can be used for cooking. There's also that. And then we have a load of cooking oil. We don't need all of that really. We don't need most of this salt. We can carry one of them around, I guess. Don't need these crackers. Maybe one of them, but I don't think it's necessary. Don't need these teas. We don't need these coffees. Yet, anyway. Maple we can leave behind as well. We can keep the porridge, I guess. Potato we can leave. And one of the flowers. I guess we can leave that for now. Put that there. And put crackers here. A little stack. Crackers don't give food poisoning. There's a few food items in the game that don't give food poisoning, so I want to save these for later if possible, just because of the sour stomach affliction that gives you increased chance of food poisoning. Coffee. Oops. Potato. This is kind of like our food store, so to speak. Come on. I can go there. Okay, I'll put the potato somewhere else then. Put it there. Alright. Good enough. Let's put some stuff in these drawers. Put the book in there. We're going to put a bunch of matches in here. We're not going to need this many matches. Load of matches. We don't need 3 accelerants. Probably not anyway. Load of painkillers. We can put that in a cabinet downstairs. Here, we don't need any of this stuff here, crampons included. The food, all this will keep. I'm going to put most of these cattails in here. I always like to carry some though. There we are. Then arrowheads can go in here. Cycle cans can go in here. We're going to just put everything. Sometimes I like stacking these on counters to make them more visible, but I can't be able to do it this time. Anything we don't need to take with us, we can put in here. Where is... Wait a minute. Did I leave my pot? Or did I put it somewhere else? Why do I have one cooking pot? Didn't I find some other ones? Or did I leave them? I left them, didn't I? I left them in the campfire. Oh well. Not biggie. Okay, that's better. I think we're going to... How long does it take to upgrade your armor gun thingy? Bear skin, but this... Cloth takes 3 hours. Okay, we'll do that later in that case. Alright, so we're looking good here. We need to grab some cloth is the only thing. I think we'll just go into the night here a little bit. We also need cloth for forging. I think that's good enough for now. Let's go ahead to the bed. And let's make a note for the future, don't forget. So, upgrade bedroll. Prepare for forging. Travel light. Okay. I don't think I'll ever drink this. We can just drop it. Oh, we can cook it next time or something. I shouldn't have this in my inventory, but I'm going to eat it very soon, so I'm not too bothered. What else can I do? Okay, I can prepare some reishi. Let's do that. I can do 2 of these roll sips or so. I want to have some roll sips at all time that I can make a few pies. We don't need a ton of it. Okay, I think that's good. I think that's alright. Very nice. Okay, sweet. Then we're going to eat some venison and drink some water. You can see we're almost light already. I'm gonna sleep. We'll put 10, but it won't be 10. Alright, it's not quite daytime yet. Might as well go down here and read this computer screen. This one here. Get the buff menu. We'll be expecting their return this winter, but end results remain unknown. I hope to get additional data on this phenomenon next spring. Continued logging could be a factor to consider. Oops, I always do that wrong. Oh cool, red light outside. Why is it red? Red aurora? Yeah. Oh, green. Amazing. I do love the aurora. So cool. But I'm not going to use it right now. Let's see. Can we read? Or something? I just want to wait until it's morning, really. I can grab the book. So you can read an hour. I almost got thirsty doing that. We can read another hour. Then we can sleep for 1 hour. Alright. Let's sleep for... oh. Usually you can see the windows. Oh wait. Really? The bed gone. That's the bed. Let's sleep for an hour. There we are. Alright, great stuff. Alright. Alright, fellow survivors, I'm going to leave you here. We have now reached our main base. We have survived for a while. I think the next affliction is not far away. Maybe next episode, if not the one after. And what we're going to do now is we're going to go and forge to get some arrowheads, to get some hatchet and knife. And then after that we'll come back and we'll see exactly what I want to do. There's a question of whether I want to hunt right away or not. The priority is to find a moose. We do need to find a moose as fast as possible so that can cure, and we can get the satchel. That's going to help a lot. But yeah, there is that. But we'll see what we do. For now though, next step is forge, and then we'll go from there. And I think I'm trying to hoard as much food that doesn't give food poisoning as possible, like the salted crackers, cattails, and that sort of thing, because that will help to survive for past the last affliction. That's kind of like what that is, without having to worry about it. As far as I'm concerned with this challenge, the goal is basically to reach 100 days. I'm going to continue this run as long as I can, to survive as long as possible. But the goal is like 100 days, or at least 50. Like get the last affliction, go to 50. But then see if you can push to 100, and anything past 100 is like a bonus. You know? I know other people are going to go way past 100. I'm sure there's probably people who can manage. But for now, the main goal is 50. The soft goal is 100. The bonus goal is beyond 100. We're going to go for. Right now we're on day 13, so we're getting there. Actually, you know what I should have written? Those the afflictions. So we got one affliction, obviously on day 2. So here's where we got diminished form, and then the other one happened in Ash Canyon when I went here. So in Anglistan, I think it was when I entered it. So it must have been here. Yeah, here's where I got frigid bones. Yeah, that's when I entered the Anglistan, and then I left Summit. So it's been a while now. It's been a week since the last affliction. So the next one is coming soon. Very soon, I think. Yeah, so we'll have to see. Okay. Anyway, that's it for now. Hope you enjoyed, and thank you for being part of this journey with me. And I'll see you next time, survivors. Bye-bye.